101.5 FM, and that's We the Ghosts, and that's their brand new single, and I Can't Read My Own Writing. So I'm going to introduce the guys now, and they're going to be able to tell us, is that here?
You're crazy.
You're crazy.
No, it's a little bit crazy.
A little bit crazy. There you go. I can't read. But anyway, pleased to announce that We the Ghosts join us in the studio right now. The boys Alex, Caesar, Jake and Nick are all here. Welcome, guys.
Oh, thanks so much for having us.
Absolutely pleasure. Now, most of you are right about the region from Ferny Grove to Burpengary. So, how did We the Ghosts come about?
You see, Alex and I actually went to uni together, and we've been we played in competing bands since we were about 15. And yeah, so we met at uni, and we played in a whole bunch of different bands together throughout our university life, going from a rock and roll band to a bluegrass band, and eventually one day we decided to, I guess, form the two, and this is what happened. We were playing another band at the time, and we actually had a bunch of songs that didn't fit in that band, and I said, Al, do you want to get into the studio and track these songs? And we thought nothing would come out of it.
And yeah, it's just been great fun. My two younger brothers, then Nick and Jake, of course, we
Sorry, I'm just readjusting here. First time I've got to say, guys, it's nice to have so many men in the studio.
Settle down.
Oh,
Settle
well, you know,
down.
you got to
Anyway,
take it when you can get it.
please, Alex, please continue with your story.
Sorry.
yeah, flustered now. Well, of course, my two younger brothers, then we wanted to incorporate into that as well. So we had our own rhythm section, basically, in the family then.
Biorhythms. Yeah. I get to the house and everyone's there, and it's great. Dinner's ready. The family's
So, you guys brothers, all three here brothers?
Yes.
So, Caesar, you're the ring-in.
Yeah, that's basically it, isn't it?
So you're the leader of the band.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I think
well, you've got the voice, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, well...
This is not good for his ego. Don't tell him things like that.
Yeah. Is this room really big enough for my head?
But then again, they don't follow you around because didn't you get lost on your way here tonight?
I actually did. You see,
boys.
I refuse to get a GPS though, and I try and do it by memory.
Why need it when you can ring up Alex and say, I'm lost?
Yeah.
Can you please stand on the street for me?
Yeah, straight on the street corner. Yeah.
Well, you should have heard what Jake said about you.
Oh.
Yeah, he said, it's a singer at your front door. He said he can't. When does it say he can't find the key and doesn't know when to come in?
Oh, really? I can tell when Jake's at my front door because he keeps on getting faster when he's knocking.
Are you
here come the drummer, Jake.
And
Jake's the drummer.
And he can't find the groove.
No.
He doesn't do a Sheldon like Jake.
And the two younger brothers are Nick and Jake, and they're twins.
Correct. Yeah.
And so Nick is on bass, and Jake is on the drums, and no drummer Jake, so we've heard them all, so we don't need to hear any of them. But on a serious note, a fairly young young dynamics here as far as a country band goes. So is this a case that you're saying rock background, a bit of bluegrass? Is this that just all of a sudden started writing, producing it, and said, hang on, this sounds like today's country music?
Yeah, I guess so. We're just writing songs and playing them at the end of the day, and our influences just come to the surface, and people started telling us that it sounded a bit country, I guess. And
so
we'll take it or leave it.
Let's belt through a few of those. Caesar, some of the influences for you?
Oh wow, a lot of bluegrass, a lot of modern bluegrass as well. I love a lot of that stuff. But as far as songwriting and stuff goes, anywhere from like Garth Brooks. Who else, Al? I don't know, Guns N' Roses.
Steve-O.
Steve-O. Yeah, Steve-O's probably one of my favourite singer-songwriters and musicians, and mainly his themes, I think, Yep. Apart from that, I don't know, just rock and roll and bluegrass and country and folk.
Who were your albums that you bought when you were younger and sort of growing up?
The big one for me was actually Diorama by Silverchair, which is a tiny bit embarrassing. But yeah.
Why is it embarrassing?
I don't know. Are they cool still? Is it cool to say that still?
Hey, they were huge at the time. There's no doubt about that. I mean, everyone was walking around singing the year 2000 and at the time. So
if you had said Barbie Girl or something, like that, we would have gone, okay.
And Alex, what about you? What about your influences?
I started off when playing guitar. It was Pink Floyd early on. I was into the sort of psychedelic, progressive rock thing. But as I sort of grew up, obviously blues, being a guitar player, that was a big one. But country music, I think, what really did it for me was when John showed me the Steve Earle album Guitar Town. That was just, it was crazy because he was combining rock and roll sort of stylings that I'd grown up listening to with this something new that I hadn't really heard. It wasn't what I pictured country music to really sound like, and it was
edgy.
Yeah, it was edgy and it was a bit raw, and
and of course now you've got someone like Robert Plant being one of the biggest, going from Led Zeppelin to being one of the biggest bluegrass
folk country, doing Alison Krauss.
Mate, if it's cool enough for him, it's cool enough for all of us, isn't it?
That's it.
What about you? What about you, Nick?
Well, as a bass player, I used to really like a whole bunch of modern bass playing, like Victor Wooten, and just I wanted to slap all the time, and play ridiculously fast. That's what I really wanted to do. But I guess since this has kind of started, I have to take it back a bit. I wanted us to be Bella Fleck and the Flecktones. That's what I wanted us to be. I've had to really get into groove a lot more, and that's where it's at. That's where it's at now.
But a bit of slap bass is good too, Like when you get that thing going.
Yeah, we'll try convincing these guys that. And it's not that easy.
But it is really good, because we were watching, I'm trying to think who it was now. I think it was Becky. No, it wasn't. Oh, I can't think who it was. One of the girls, Christy, it might have been Christy Cox actually. No, now I know who it was. It was Marcus Meyer. He's bass guitarist, wasn't he? And he was slapping that thing, and he was actually doing lead. Sorry about this, Alex, but he was actually doing the lead runs for their songs.
That's cool.
Push your way in.
Yeah, I will.
Move over, give me one or two lead breaks
Bass
here.
solo,
And truly, it's amazing to see a bass player take that lead and really slap it out. Truly.
I can't think of anything worse.
And Nick, you must be
Picking on you, because you're the better looking one.
That's right.
He's the handsome one. We get called One Direction a lot because of Nick.
And Nick, you must be a bit of a fan then of The Living End, with a bass being so prominent in that band.
Yep,
is that something that you aspire to? Maybe a stand-up bass, a double bass, something like that. Have you had a go at it?
I've taken lessons at school. I really liked it.
So tell us about your bass. It's standard 4-string electric bass, or you playing a 5-string, a 6-stringer?
The one I play in the country band. It's just a jazz bass, a bright pink jazz bass actually.
Frets?
No
frets?
Frets. I got one without frets.
Yeah.
I've pulled it out before, but I'm not very good. I'm not very good at it. I haven't really taken the time. I tried playing at a gig once, and the light was shining down on the neck, and I couldn't see the acrylic frets, and I'm like, oh man, what's going on?
Because one of our great mates, of course, Sonic from Redcliffe Country Music Club, plays the fretless bass, and absolutely outstanding, and just masters that. So
awesome
look forward to that. And Jake, finally, the drummer. I know it sounds isn't that terrible? That's cliche, isn't it? Finally, the drummer.
Yeah. Always like
Jake. What about you? What about your music influences?
I'm really into progressive music, which is terrible for the country thing, but I've been listening to a lot of Steve Jordan, which is John Mayer's old drummer. He's pretty much the groove guy.
Yep.
Helping out a lot, but just whatever, really.
What about the Green Day drummer?
Green Day drummer, Travis Barker. Yeah, he's alright.
No. Trey Cool.
Green
Day.
Yeah, Green Day.
You went Blink 182.
Oh, yeah. Same thing, Just lost 100%.
No, Trey Cool's the one that doesn't mind flying.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So talking about flying, you guys are flying overseas shortly, aren't you, in a couple of days? You can say that, it's alright.
Yeah, cool, thank you.
Drummers, you just get in, you just
I'll sit in the corner.
Yeah, Caesar gets enough time in front of the mic. Doesn't matter about him, he's alright.
Cool guy, though. Yeah. Cool.
We better just remind everyone we are talking to We the Ghosts, the local band who's doing some sensational things. But as Tracy said, heading overseas and taking on Nashville. How did that all come about? Tell us a little bit about that.
You go out.
Oh, we were actually really, really lucky. We were at first we just sort of stumbled onto. My girlfriend actually emailed this place that was having the International Country Music Party for the CMA Awards at the moment, and we just sort of coyly asked if we could play just on the off chance. They can only say no, and they said yes. And we were,
So did you have to send over a sample of your music?
yes,
Yeah.
we sent over one of our tracks, and they really liked it.
So which track did you send over?
We sent over, at the time it was our single, Take It All Back,
Okay, yeah.
which we sent over, and they seemed to like. And so really we built the entire trip around that, going that one gig, and we've been really lucky. I think we're getting some shows on Broadway now and places like that, so we're really...
So what was the feeling like when you actually got that email back where it said, yes, we want you guys to come over?
That feeling was, we did some pretty crazy things that night, I think.
We are live to air.
Which I won't mention. Yeah.
We did
Very
a couple of Kenny Roger covers that night. Yeah,
Yeah.
out there.
Oh yeah, never do that again. But yeah, it was amazing. But unfortunately, that gig has since been cancelled.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, it got cancelled because the date of the CMAs was changed last minute, and the event organizer couldn't do it at that time. He's not going to be in town, so. But you know what? I think when we first got told it was cancelled, we were probably a tiny bit bummed. But at the end of the day, we're going to Nashville.
That's it.
We're going to America.
So what are you going to do over there?
Oh, just I guess I don't know.
Tear it apart.
Well,
Yeah, tear it apart. I reckon we're just going to realise how terrible we are compared to all these amazing Nashville musicians.
I don't think you guys realise exactly what you've got here as a band. When you listen to what you've got, like when you do listen back, what do you think when you hear your own music back?
I remember that single A Little Bit Crazy. The first time we heard that back, we went, wow, because that was our first time really...
Wow, how did we get so good? Yeah.
No, but truly, yeah. What do you feel like when you hear that?
I mean, the more and more you listen to it, the more and more you pick holes in it.
Well, you do.
That's so true. Yeah,
That's it. And I think really complacency is the enemy with any band as well. If we sort of... The day we listen to something, okay, I don't think we can do any better than that. That's really the day we should start doing something else. You know what I
We
mean?
constantly tear each other apart.
Well, you were
'Cause we
talking
have
about-
to.
Sorry, you were talking about
just
songwriting.
just on that, tearing each other apart. How does because it's fair to say that the twins Nick and Jake, 18 years of age, so it's a relatively young band. How does criticism flow with you guys? And obviously,
Freely.
okay, how is criticism received after it freely flows?
It's usually there's some time spent apart afterwards. No, we usually hug it out. But a lot of we're not going to improve if no one tells us that we need to fix something, and that goes for my whole life. My mother's a musician. She's been in the music industry her whole life, and I'm surrounded by these musicians and people who, since I can remember, are just telling me exactly what was wrong. And I don't know a lot of kids that grew up being told, you need to fix this, you need to do this. This is really good. You're doing a good job, but
Brush your teeth.
yeah. But I was never. Yeah, I never thought that I was ever really awesome at it, but I could always tell that I needed to fix something, if that makes sense. But I don't know, I've tried to bring this to the band, and we tell each other what we think, and it's hard and it hurts. But every time that we've done it, we've gotten 10 times better.
So you've got the three. So you guys all still living at home?
Yes.
Brothers? So, Caesar, you're the lucky one because you can actually go home and get away.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not talking to
No.
the microphone. Sorry about that. Yeah, you can actually get away. So, you three guys, have you got any other siblings at home?
No, we're
No,
in.
that's it.
So, there we go. The three boys living at home with mum and dad.
Mum and Dad, yes.
So, his mum and dad, Caesar was just saying, like, his family were quite musicians and musical. What about your family?
No, we don't know where it came from, to be honest. We just have very, very supportive parents. We're just extremely lucky to...
Dad's a whistler, is he?
A little bit, yeah.
He's a guitar amp builder at the moment.
Is that
That's
right?
what I mean by support. He's built some of our guitars and basses for us, some amps for us, so...
Yeah, if
Isn't
he
that
doesn't
great?
know it, he'll learn it to try and help us.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
Isn't that brilliant? That's terrific. And he's the guy that drives the forgotten gear that Caesar forgets, like his guitar strap. Or
I don't know what this is.
Yes,
I've never
bass
forgotten
amp.
it
anything.
sounds like a setup.
I just don't. I don't
I
forget
Mum's
anything.
going to be packing the bags for Nashville.
So,
I think it's time we had a song.
yeah, but quickly, when do you fly out?
The 29th, but before that we're on tour with Icehouse for 4 dates, and we're in the recording studio cutting out for
That's
2 weeks.
huge.
before
That's
that.
huge.
Ice House is in the band Ice House.
Yeah, it's
Band
an Ice House.
out of town.
Yeah.
Nice.
Come along, hang out, come and watch us play. So this weekend's our only weekend off this month, and then we're in studio next week. Then next weekend we're going to Gladstone for a few dates, and then we're back in studio for the week after that. Then we're touring with Icehouse, then we're in America.
Then we leave
It just dawned on me that Nick and Jake there wouldn't have even. They weren't born when Ivor Davies was heading Icehouse in the 80s.
Neither were we.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
See, because I got the ages before we went to air. We have two 18-year-olds and two 21-year-olds. So
That's it.
Oh no,
Alex is 21
on Saturday. So big happy birthday for you
thank
on
you very
Saturday,
much.
Alex. So we're going to hear something live. We've got the guitar here. We've got the boys. Have you got your sticks there going? Yeah, the bongos. He's going
Is it just us today? Is it one guitar and one vocals?
Oh, there
You'll
we
be
go.
able to tap on the edge of that chair, all right,
Yeah,
Jake. There you go. Get a bit of.
Just go boom, boom, boom,
Get a
boom,
bit
boom.
there.
But get ready for some constructive feedback.
So what are we going to play, guys?
Because what do you want to play, Al?
I think we'll start with one of our first EP called Waste Your Time.
Cool beans.
Here they are, live 101.5 FM. We the Ghost with Take Your Time.
Waste Your Time.
Oh, you can take it while you're wasting it. Waste your time. Here they are.
Either way. Ask me these questions, the ones you've asked before. Leave me no answers, just torn up on the floor. And hold me out to dry. Haven't got a reason, but I'm angry at the past. Found out I'm gonna run away from here at last. But you'll hang me out to die. Yeah, you'll hang me out to dry. 'Cause I can see it's gonna be alright. I feel this, it's gonna be fine. If I don't make it out of this life. And I know that you might be frightened, I'm sure that you're gonna be scared, but I won't waste your time. Leave me these questions, the ones you've asked before. Leave me all the answers, but torn up on the floor. Leave me down tonight. I haven't got the wisdom, haven't got the brains, haven't got the money, but maybe will someday. You hang me out to dry. If you hang me out to dry, 'cause I can see it's gonna be alright. I feel this, it's gonna be fine. If I don't make it out of this life. And I know that you might be frightened, I'm sure that you're gonna be scared, but I won't waste your time. 'Cause I can just tell what you want by the look in your eye. It wasn't that I never cared. Oh, 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 oh. So don't know. 'Cause I can see it's gonna be alright. I feel this, it's gonna be fine. If I don't make it out of this life. And I know that you might be frightened, I'm sure that you're gonna be scared, but I won't waste your time. No, I
won't waste your life.
Hey, 101.5 FM, and that's We the Ghosts there, and don't waste your time. And we'll be back after a short break to catch up a little bit more with the fellas from We the Ghosts, 101.5 FM.